Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the legal size recyclable FedEx envelope. This is the new recyclable version. This is what the old one looked like. Basically looks exactly the same. They did get rid of the extremely urgent language, I noticed. Although it's still only for use with FedEx Express. And it looks like they say it is okay to use for a non-FedEx Express if you're reusing it, but I've never seen that. I guess people may do that, but one thing you'll notice is that the legal size doesn't have the window right here. So this is the letter size. This is the pre-recyclable version. The new version has a green recyclable logo there. And the way you use these is you pull it open in the middle. It's perforated, and then you put your printed out label in there. So that's what you can just throw your printed label in there and then put some tape over it, or you can just trust that it'll stay in there, and it probably will, but I like to use these things. So you'll see on the front there's a space to put your label here, but these are too big to go vertically there. So what I do is I put it like this. I align it with this bottom right corner here, and I give it about a centimeter of edge space. And that's how I position it. You can also just use packing tape and just tape over the entire printed out label that you use. But I just like doing this. The way you use these things, by the way, people do it different ways, but the way I like to do it is I like to first open it, put my shipping label in here. So let's just pretend this is my shipping label, which I just printed out, fold it in half. I don't even cut it in half. There's no reason to. There's no private information, or there's nothing special about what's on the other half of it. So you open it up, you put the sheet of paper in, you close it, and once the piece of paper is in here, it makes it more rigid, which makes it easier to stick onto the envelope. So then you remove this small part here, and then that's when you attach it. And then once the small part is there, then you take the big part off, and then you lay it down like that. So that's that. I'm going to give you the prices, and I also have this. You don't see these that much. It's a sturdy pack. It's the same size basically, but it does have a bit of depth to it. It's got this sort of accordion thing. So if you have something a little bit thicker, you want to put in here. My understanding is you can put these can be up to 3 inches thick, and you won't have any issues. If it's more than 3 inches, they'll charge you some extra fee because it counts as a package. You may want to double check that in the PDF that I provide, the official FedEx PDF. But let me give you the prices on this. And just FYI, this legal envelope is longer than the small box. So the small box is maybe an inch longer. Than the legal box or the reusable sturdy. So let me get you those prices. And by the way, these prices are exactly the same as the prices for a regular size FedEx envelope. So you don't pay anything extra when you're using a regular size versus a legal size. But you will pay more for the sturdy pack because this is considered a pack, not an envelope. Although the prices are generally almost exactly the same. Like they're, especially for local. For distance, it can be up to 1.5x, but if you're doing 2-day, it's a $2.50 difference. So anyways, so for one rate, Express Saver and 2-day are the same price, $9.75. For 2-day AM, it's going to be $30.10. For FedEx overnight, standard overnight, $32.95. Priority overnight is $41.20, and first overnight is $95.20. So if you're shipping something out Monday and you drop it off at, let's say, 3-4 p.m. before their 5 p.m. cutoff, third day is going to get it there by Thursday at 5 p.m. 2-day is going to get it there by Wednesday at 5 p.m. 2-day AM is going to get it there by Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Standard overnight will get it there by Tuesday at 3 p.m. Priority overnight will get it there by 10:30 a.m. Tuesday, and first overnight will get it there by 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. Tuesday. And the prices I just gave you are for local zone, so anything under 150 miles within the contiguous US, so not Alaska or Hawaii. Regional zone is 150 to 600 miles. No matter what zone you're in, 2-day and a 3-day are the same price no matter what. When you're in regional, 2-day AM is $32.90, standard overnight is $35.55, priority overnight is $55.05, and first overnight is $109.05. So it's maybe a 10% bump. And then over 600 miles for 2-day AM, you're looking at $44.95. Standard overnight is $47.55. Priority overnight is $68.30, and first overnight is $122.30. So, FedEx 2-day is $9.75. FedEx 2-day AM is $44.95. So it's a 4.5x increase just to get it there 7 hours earlier, 6.5 hours earlier. So I love FedEx 2-day, and that's what you can, unless you need it faster, that's the way to go. You don't, with FedEx, one rate, it needs to be under 10 pounds for an envelope, but it's pretty hard to put more than 10 pounds of paper in there. So that shouldn't be an issue. The only way I could think you would get over that is if you put like 2 iPads in there, or something crazy like that. So that's pretty much everything you need to know. If you want more details on like if you're not using one rate and the zone charts, and I've got like almost 200-page PDF. That's the official FedEx PDF. You'll get a link to that and a bunch of other cool stuff. I have a free course on how to use FedEx as well as USPS and UPS. There's a link to that down below where you can check that out. So let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you. I'll try to create a video on it. Also check out the playlist and check out the other videos on my channel, because I have some of the top ranked videos on YouTube on how to use FedEx and comparing FedEx to the other USPS and UPS. And so there's just a lot of good stuff on there, and even more in the free course. And if you want to check out my newsletter where I talk about business stuff and also productivity and accelerated learning, which are my main areas, check out my website and sign up for my newsletter at timothy@timothykenny.com. I'll leave it there, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, one final thing that I forgot to mention. With these new recyclable materials, the adhesive doesn't work as well. And so these are known to pop off or pop open. So you do want to use tape and go all the way around until you're taping back on the tape itself. That's the only way to be absolutely sure these new materials don't pop open. Wasn't ever an issue with the older stuff, but the adhesive just doesn't stick to the recyclable material as well. You also notice it's reusable, so the first time you use it, you want to pull off this adhesive and leave this one where it is, fold it over, and then the person who gets it will rip it open right here, which will rip it along this line right here, and will leave this part untouched, so they can actually ship this back to you. So that's one of the benefits of using these legal envelopes instead of like a normal one, where it doesn't have that feature to mail back. And so like lawyers, for example, or real estate or other things, you have a client or you have somebody who needs to sign something and then send it back to you. You can do that with this. And that's something that I've used and is works well. So there's more information about that in the course, how to do that, how to have a whole system for shipping something to somebody, having them ship it back to you, and instructions on, what instructions to give them so they don't mess it up. So that's in the course if you're interested in that.